Hello and welcome to Shoreline Music Monthly. My name is Mark Koschwitz, and we have a pretty fine show for you tonight, I believe. We're celebrating our 1-year anniversary on the air, which is a big deal to me anyway, and we're going to have, you may think it's too early to think about, but it's not. The Katharine Hepburn Center is again going to be hosting the 10th annual benefit concert to raise money for the Shoreline Soup Kitchen and Pantries. And we're going to have a few gentlemen down a little bit later, and they're going to give you all the details on that. So you can mark it on your calendar nice and early, and you don't miss out, because there were only 11 seats left last year. It nearly sold out, and I'm sure it will this year, so you want to act fast. Our musical guest this month is a wonderfully talented young lady who's just from east up the shoreline, I believe, from where we are. Ms. Josi Davis, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mark. It's a pleasure to be here. Absolutely.
I think the last time I saw you was the Mystic Blues Festival.
Yes, yes. That was our second year. Lovely experience.
That was a bit of a hootenanny.
A hootenanny?
It was.
I like that word.
And I see that the wheels are already turning on number 3.
For
I've
year
seen
3,
some,
absolutely. Yeah, we're going to
cool.
keep that rolling. Definitely, definitely. It's been a marvelous experience. I've been working inside the education part of it. I got to perform the first year, and then this last year I had students perform. I put together a student band to perform.
Fantastic.
Phenomenal. I was a proud mama. I was definitely, I was weeping there. It was moving. It was really wonderful.
So, you know, y'all want to make it this year too.
Definitely.
So anyway, I saw you brought in a variety of musical equipment tonight.
I did not bring the dulcimer.
No?
No, but I might be picking that up on Thursday.
Okay. Because, you know, we do, not this month, unfortunately, but we do a recurring segment on less than mainstream musical instruments.
Sure.
So perhaps the dulcimer can get added to that list.
That would be a lot of fun.
I do not own one of those, so.
I don't either yet.
No. Hey, then. So I saw keyboards.
Yes.
We've never had keyboards in the studio. I'm very excited about that.
Okay.
Very cool. And a little guitar.
Yes.
Very nice.
When the cars come, will you take it slow? When the rope's hung, are you really gonna go? Peace of mind is something you won't find in chapter 1. Where you've been is never where the story ends. Starts at chapter 1. It's a kill game. You really ought to take it slow. Here's a fast name. Fire's burning, gotta go. Who you are is never where the story ends. Found in chapter 1. When it's page after page after page after page of the same old, skip to chapter 1. Tell me where that money goes. Yeah. Tell me where that money goes. some red light. Gotta live to fight. Come on, pass to the right. Keep the heat in the night. And tell me where that money goes. Yeah. Tell me. Turn the page now. Look, it's chapter 1.
If we could just touch on songwriting
Sure.
a little bit, because I know you've done quite a bit. And I never caught the show, The Evolution of Love.
Which I just did last Friday.
I
the
saw
10th.
that.
Yeah, and I kind of kept that quiet. It's a very interesting show, actually, that's constantly in development. Obviously, we all evolve constantly, and our experiences do as well. And so what I do with that show is I take songs that I have written, and in fact, this was the first iteration of the song, or of the Evolution of Love, that was completely original material. And so I did kind of keep it on the DL because I wanted to make sure it was going to work. But I
And you're
was very
smiling.
pleased. I was very pleased. So I'm very happy with the script and where it's gone, which is just a guide. It's really about breaking down the fourth wall, which, you know, in theater is that place that separates you from the audience. And I like having the relationship with the audience and allowing them to affect what's being put out there. And that's what that show is about, really, is involving people in the storyline.
So there's music, and then is there a spoken part? I mean, do you
Exactly. I'm telling a story, and it's interwoven, and then the songs illustrate points that I want to make emotionally for the people that are experiencing it. So as I tell this sort of semi-autobiographical story about our trials and tribulations and triumphs and failures in love and the different kinds of love that we experience with different people, and then I give them songs to chew on.
Sounds fascinating.
It's very cool. I like it a lot.
Now, most of the music you write, is it mostly autobiographical, you think, or?
I would say it's probably 50-50. I mean, obviously, when you write a song, you're bringing your own emotional values to it, or the things that you believe or that you want to express. I don't write a lot of political material. Some people are very good at that. I don't write a lot of comedic material, but there's elements of comedy in the pieces where I think humor adds value. I love crafting. I love crafting the song, and certainly a lot of them, you know, they belong to me in my experiences, and some of them are very much about observing other people and what they are going through and my reactions to it.
This one's from the dream sequence, you know, when you've been out in the desert too long and you start to hallucinate. Neck twister could have been your little sister, baby. What'd she say? Couldn't keep your eyes off her mid-drifting thighs. Would she ask you to come out and play? Did you know you're just another player on the team? Well, don't you give me those eyes, 'cause I know you weren't surprised. Found out she's 15. Well, baby, I am mortified. I thought that we had something. Well, something's what I didn't know. Now that something's nothing. Baby, I am crazed inside. I thought I was your someone. Well, I got needs of my own, you know. Guess I'll go find someone who wants mine. Well, I guess I should have known when I first took you home. I mean, what had it been, half an hour? Well, if I'd known then I wouldn't give in, but you don't smile.
Well, hello again. I'm very happy to have in the studio with me today three gentlemen, Leonard Wyeth, Matthew Mayle, and Brian Wolfe, who are going to fill us all in on the 10th annual Shoreline Soup Kitchen and Pantries fundraiser, the concert that occurs at the Katharine Hepburn Center every year. So I'm going to look to you gentlemen, and as if there's four of us all plugged in with mics, I'm going to try not to say too much. But perhaps we need to know the date. I knew that was either everyone was going to talk or no one was going to talk.
It is at the Katharine Hepburn Cultural Arts Center.
Okay.
So there's a longer name, but the actual date, Brian, is
December 19th.
there you
Very
go.
good. This is why Tripp is here.
That's
Very
right.
good.
He's very good with details. I paint with a very broad stroke.
Now, last year, I was privileged to attend. It was a wonderful evening, and I understand it was like this close to a sellout.
It was pretty close last year.
11 seats, I think. I
Right,
remember
11 seats shy.
something like
Yeah.
that. So this year, obviously,
So we're counting on your audience for those 11 seats.
they seem to like music.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's already available now on
Yes.
the Katharine
It
Hepburn
is.
Cultural
up and
Center website.
Yep, it's up for sale.
Very nice.
As a matter of fact, definitely by the time this airs, because we know now it is available, seats are available.
Excellent. Now, do we have I know it's a little early yet, do we have a bare bones lineup? Do we have any?
We have the actual lineup.
The actual lineup. Very
Yes.
nice. So we
Moving Target,
Yeah, moving target, completely eclectic. Very hard to pin down group. The type of music spans the era of early jazz to today, and it's a group that doesn't have any qualms about butchering any period of music.
very nice. Fearless is good.
and making their debut, Ravens in the Woods.
Ravens in the Woods.
Your
we
outfit
like,
there.
We like the Velvet Underground. so that's what we wanted to be, was sort of a Velvet Underground type band. But
I caught your set at Parmalee Farm. Very nice.
yeah, it's fun. We still don't have a drummer, so I fill in on percussion, but it's Lauren and Yelly from the Washington Squares.
And Evan Rose Trio.
Familiar with those. I hear good things about them.
You know, it's amazing what people will say. And the Meadows Brothers.
Oh, another fine outfit. Now the proceeds entirely go to the soup kitchen. Is that correct?
Right from the very beginning, the idea was that all the upfront costs would be underwritten by someone, and for the last 5 years, Tripp has underwritten the cost of the concert.
Wonderful. It's a wonderful time. I've made it to a few of them, and I've never left disappointed.
The concept that we feel good about is every penny that comes in through the box office, every penny that occurs everywhere except the bar, as I understand it.
Right.
Merchandise, music, the entire evening, every cent goes to the Shoreline Soup Kitchens and Pantries.
It's a
So
fabulous
there's
thing.
no confusion as to how it works. The ticket that you buy, all of it goes to the soup kitchen.
All right. Well, I expect every single one of you on December 19th, I expect to know where you are. You're going to be at this fine show, these fine folks raising money for the wonderful Shoreline Soup Kitchen and Pantries.
And come up to us and say, hey, we saw you on TV.
Thanks, gentlemen, for coming down.
Thank you for having
Thanks
us.
for having us.
remained silent. When she walked into the room, their eyes were fixed and she cried, "Let the music start to play." Fever was inside her, she could not hide behind her eyes. He led her to the floor, her hips began to sway. So they danced across the floor, consumed by much more than a dance. In a moment of pure lust, he thrust her body from his side. As he drew her back again, he could not look away. Her skin mojado y calor, his hands were begging her for more. Their bodies perfectly in tune, the music led no way. And so they danced. Round his thigh her leg wrapped tightly, aflame with appetite, he bent her gently to the ground. Her scent was intoxicating. And as her hands swept the floor, they knew it wasn't more than a dance.
Now, if we can maybe touch on teaching,
Sure.
because I know you seem to enjoy that very much. I saw your students perform at Mystic Blues Festival, or
Yes.
were they all your students? Or
No,
was it
not all of them. 2 of them were students of mine. 3 of them have studied at String Theory School of Music. Nolan Lyette, who was the guitar player, was actually part of the first festival, and we invited him back to be part of that band.
Very
Wonderful,
talented.
very talented 11-year-old. All of them blew my mind. Jessica Odie, Jacob
Who
Graham.
hit some notes I wasn't quite aware existed.
Right? Yeah, all of them very, very powerful players. very
Yeah,
powerful
it takes
players.
a little. I mean, they bust into some Led Zeppelin at
Yes,
some point.
right. Well, I mean, and the beautiful thing about the festival too is that we are really trying to preserve the blues as an art form in this country. I mean, it originated here, and being able to see these young folks come up and perform them and own them, you know, ensures that it, you know, it will continue on for generations to come.
All right, that wraps up another show. And we're going to get Josi Davis out here again to play y'all another song. But I just wanted to take a quick moment to let you know about another event coming up on November 9th at Sheehan High School in Wallingford, Connecticut. Our own camera operator, Steve Azzaro, will be performing with his barbershop quartet, and there'll be several other barbershop quartets performing as well in the Red, White, and Barbershop, a tribute to all men and women in our armed forces. $15 to get in. Vets are free. Seniors, $12. So circle that on your calendar too. You're not going to want to miss it. And as always, if it's not this show, it's not the Kate, Get out and catch some of the local folks who are out there playing every weekend. You will be glad you did. We'll see you next month.
wanted to fall